It's your turn, Paolo Celot. We were in the democracy workshop. European Association for Viewers' Interests. That's what you, stand for here.
I'm not such a good student, so I was trying to see what Mireia has noted down to copy a bit of in a minute I see whether I have been successful in structuring my thoughts, but I would like first to congratulate to Wouters and to Nathalie, and in fact to Thomas as well, because I really enjoy this event. It's not Mireia and I. We are used to more boring conferences, to say the least. And in fact, this is a good example on how the two worlds of media and education, that is what we are talking about, can be bridged. So that together with the theory, we are also very pragmatic and show some good examples, as you have done during the morning. So thank you for that. The one piece of information, the cartoon that has been shown this morning it was 2 minutes long. Is now, and again I have to thank the EBU and the producer that have done this trailer. Is the full length is 7 minutes. It's now available on the EAVI website. And it tells the story. I mean, it say what media literacy is about in a fun and way. This is the result of the fact that when I was coming back from my work, I was trying to explain to my kids what I was doing, but they were unable to understand. And at one point, the smallest one said, "Papa, why don't you do a cartoon?" And that's what we have done. Now I come to in fact to what is supposed to be my role as a rapporteur. I won't have many opportunities to make some self-publicity, so I'm taking that. So we start, and in fact here and in the workshop we all agree about why media literacy is so important. So we went to discuss and to show some example on which are the instruments and the good practices that can be used. We have talked about the first point with Ulrika that show an excellent example of a TV program that is called Medialize, and which show different perspectives and how people can not only be exposed to information, but in a way enable them to provide the context so that information is translated into knowledge, and so that people develop this capacity of elaborating the information. Ulrika was also we were mentioning about why other broadcasters don't do, or if they do, it seems that now the process is starting up doing this kind of programs. So in a more general way, which is the role and the responsibility of the media in promoting media literacy, and in this respect, I have to say that the EBU principle that you have stated in your leaflet, they very much correspond to the conceptual map that we put together in one of our studies before, because addressing the digital divide address very much the technical somehow and use aspect of media literacy. The informing and empower citizens, somehow it addresses the participation, communication abilities, they empower citizens to fully participate in public life. That is also what media literacy is about. And creating a trusted space is indeed about the accountability and the reliability of information, and indeed the public service broadcaster, they have a primary role in doing that, and therefore all the aspects that are related to critical understanding, analysis, and so on. Am I doing well enough? had an exchange of view with, in fact, with Ms. Mary Hannibal, a member of the European Parliament, and the representative of the BBC, of media literacy, and touching upon which are good practices and not in terms of information in the UK specifically. And we mentioned that indeed, from my part, is indeed excellent the fact that a public broadcaster and the broadcaster, they have foreseen such a role, such as the head of media literacy, which in itself is an excellent thing. To develop media literacy and to enlarge the network of friends of media literacy, and I hope that this will be contagious somehow. Philip and Meti they present the EU Screen project. That is an excellent example about the video archives that are available, that very often they are, about European heritage in particular, although they are excellent qualities, very revealing about a number of issues, they end up being unwatched for a number of reasons. So they explain the use of this project, the future, possible funding too. There was an issue about whether or not a private should sponsor this funding or not. So whether a private that has a profit making is legitimately interest is compatible with supporting this kind of initiative. The European Commission and Helios they present not only the activities that the European Commission has done in the past years to support the media literacy, not only from initiatives but also from a policy point of view. And I think that again is very fair to recognize that it's thanks to them that a number of good things have happened in this domain. He also mentioned upon the future plans that the European Commission has in this respect. And I have also to thank the Commission somehow about the fact that together with EAVI we are now in the process of carrying out a new study, not with the media literacy unit, but within the lifelong learning program that is a 2 years long initiative, part of which is a research that addresses whether or not media education is present in schooling at European level, but as well informal learning. So what is the role of media in developing media literacy? In my view, this has not been said. I am a bit taking this role in a very flexible way. We have emphasized that in order to have impact is not only we have to include media education to address it to students in school curriculum, but in order to reach a large and vast audience, indeed the mass media have a crucial role to play, and is a sine qua non condition, I think, to do a step further in this direction. Well, again, I think that the EBU has provided an excellent example. It came into my mind why at one point we could not think about having a European Day of Media Literacy, in which, I don't know, public broadcasters or whoever wants to associate with will broadcast the same day. We have a European Day for all sorts of things. And we could have a European Day for media literacy, in which one day in Sweden, and wherever else, in Germany and France, we show, as well as medialized, other kind of programs. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Paolo Celot.